Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Joey, a newbie to whiskey. This channel is a way for me to catalog my adventure through the world of whiskey and hope you can join me in my journey. I do weekly videos every Saturday, so hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all my reviews. I also format my videos so then that way this is more of like a self-guided look into the bottle. I do keep timestamps in the description below if you want to jump directly to the nosing or the tasting and don't want to hear about the history about the whiskey. Without further ado though, let's go ahead and hop into this week's expression, Wild Turkey 101. I have been hearing through the grapevine that Wild Turkey is a great beginner bourbon. It's easily accessible and most importantly, it's not that expensive. Depending on which expression you're looking at, of course. But I decided to go with the 101 since I heard that this was like the big brother to the original, and a lot of people say it might even be better than the original. But Wild Turkey has a long history dating back all the way to 1855 when it was just a grocery store. They didn't have the Wild Turkey name until later when a distillery executive went on a hunting trip with some friends looking for Wild Turkey, and they came up with that. Of course, bourbon was shared along the way. But when 1954 came along, that's when the big man, Jimmy Russell, the Buddha of bourbon, was hired. For the next 60 plus years, Jimmy maintained the bourbon's integrity at the distillery, making sure that the taste and quality stayed the same. His son, Eddie Russell, eventually joined the distillery. Now, you'd think being the master distiller's son would get you a cushy job, right? Sadly not for Eddie. Jimmy had him start from the bottom and work all the way to the top. And he actually became the co-master distiller with his father, and now they're both Hall of Famers now. The Wild Turkey brand has had all their bourbon come from barrels that are charred at the highest setting, char level number 4. I'm assuming that this is the way to get the most flavor from the barrel. This bottle though is at 50.5 ABV and at a 101 proof, which is the name. This is at 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% barley. I bought this for about 25 bucks for almost 2 liters, which I think might be a really great price. But a great price doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a great, going to have great aromas or a great taste. So let's go ahead and hop into this. Gotta say, at least this one's easier to hold on to. Some of the bigger bottles that I've had in the past, like the Woodford Reserve bottle, I don't know why, it was so hard to handle. But this one, it's got a nice little like divots on the side, so it made it easier to pour. So let's go ahead and go into the nosing here. Ooh, okay. Kind of getting like a little bit of a minty, peppery, a little bit of a sweet cherry caramel. Surprisingly, just for a small amount of rye in this, it really comes up to the surface. I mean, for 13% and I smell the rye, that's crazy to me. The bit of rye in here is kind of giving a little bit of like a grassy note to this, almost like hay. Or bread. Ooh, but that's nice. Of course, the vanilla is going to be there. This is a bourbon, of course. Well, so far, smells pretty good. Let's go ahead and head into the tasting. Whoa. Surprisingly, the 101 proof does not just completely overtake the entire palate. It is warm, but what I get is this nice cinnamon, I want to say like licorice, but red licorice specifically. Sweet caramel, those vanilla flavors are still there and present. Some hits of butterscotch in there as well. Maybe there's like this small amount of honey that's near the bottom of it. And then there's like a very, very small note of cigar in there. That's pleasant. Wow, that's great. Bit of wood spice at the end though. But I want to say maybe the finish is like medium longish. Kind of just, you know, pleasantly just sits on the palate there. I actually have plans for this bottle. So if you guys have seen my Buffalo Trace video, I have a small little barrel that I had filled, and I filled it up, and I didn't properly go through the process of like preparing it, and it leaked all out. So I'm gonna put this in that little barrel and wait for that to age for a little bit. But ooh, yeah, the finish ends in a sweet cherry and just hangs out. I gotta say though, this is really good, and I love the just the price for, I mean, almost 2 liters. That's amazing to me. So what I would say is, although it is a good bourbon, it is what I would say it is good for beginners, and it is great on the budget, but it's not something that has like really wowed me in this situation. It's still very good though. But I'm gonna put this, we're gonna go into our ranking system of our top, middle, or bottom shelf. And this guy here, solid. Let's just do middle shelf on this one, just because it has a punch of flavors, and a punch of flavors, not a bunch of flavors. A punch of flavors with that 101 proof, and for it being at such a nice budget-friendly area to start off with, that's a great option to choose from. So middle shelf is where this is going to be, and I hope you guys try it. And if you have tried it, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this expression. And if you have tried any other Wild Turkey expressions that you think I should try, also let me know about them as well, because I know each distillery has so many different brands and varieties with what they make. So I want to see what you guys think, what I should try next. But with that being said though, we're all set and ready to go. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video next week. Bye-bye.